Hello, I'm Jerry Romine, and in today's video, I'm sharing 5 stocks that just gave me buy signals, and I'll show you exactly how I'm looking to play them this week. Let's start by sharing 2 success stories. John Jackson, I'm up 41% on Tiger as of this morning. Thanks, Jerry. And Peter said, up 30%. Cheers, boss. I'm happy to see how many people are making money from my channel, and trust me, you can do it too. My YouTube videos are just the tip of the iceberg, and if you'd like to receive my daily hot stocks, trade alerts, stock portfolios to model, and the famous beast mode spreadsheet, join my Patreon. We're helping people make more money than they ever dreamed possible. So grab a huge cup of coffee and hang on, because this is not your normal stock channel. All right, we're now looking at the beast mode stock analysis scorecard, and our first stock is ticker SOLO, and this is Electromechanica Vehicles Corporation. They're actually out of Canada, even though their name sounds Spanish. All right, I've been watching these guys for, gosh, almost a year now, and they're a real interesting company. They specialize in single and 2-seat electric vehicles, and if you check them out, you can go to electromechanica.com and see what they're all about and see pictures of their vehicles and even videos. Quite interesting. Their current price is $8.69. Their 52-week price range is $1 to $14. Their PE ratio is negative 22.9, and over the last week they're up 13%. Over 1 month they're up 25%. Over 3 months 142%, and in the last year they're up 302%. Their tattle ratio is impressive at 8.11, and that just means they've got 8 times the assets compared to the liabilities, so that's a real plus. The revenue growth last year was up 28.5%. They expect it to be down this year 16.2%, and their net income margin and levered free cash flows are both negative, which is to be expected for a negative PE company. So I treat this as a high growth stock. However, their revenue growth is not that impressive. So what does that mean? I'm going to be looking at this as a swing trade. So now if we come over and look at the charts on it, we can see we do have a nice uptrend. It had a really huge spike back in November all the way up to 1360, came right back down like a homing pigeon to that 20-day moving average, and that's what it's been following for a little while now. And I'm looking to buy this stock on anything that closes a little bit more positive. And on the real plus side, we do have a MACD crossover down here, plus a few of my other custom signals alerted me to this. They're doing really well with it, so I'm definitely looking to get into this. And you will want to set your trail stop at about 10 to 12% depending on where you buy. You basically want your trail stop coming in right down here at this previous level of support. Our second stock is Beam Therapeutics, ticker BEAM, and I just covered this stock yesterday, and it's so good I'm covering it again today. This was a home run for me that I hit on Friday. You can see right here where I bought, and this was just on Friday, and then it shot up 8% after I bought. I also sent out trade alerts to my group. Some of them jumped in on it as well after doing their own due diligence and research. So if we take a look at the scorecard, the current price is $116.16. The 52-week price range is $13 to $123. The PE ratio is negative 50.3. Year to date, the stock is up 42%. Over the last week, it's up 20%. Over 3 months, 222%. And over 1 year, 463%. The tattle ratio on this one is very strong at 3.56. The revenue growth last year was 100%, although this year it's expected to be down about 33.3%. The net income margin, levered free cash flows are both very negative, which will happen on a negative PE stock, although these ones are really negative. But that's okay, because I'm treating this as a swing trade. So let's jump over to the charts. We've got a real nice uptrend. It commonly trades right on that 20-day moving average, which is this blue line right here. The 50-day moving average is the red line. And on this stock, I jumped in, had a really nice gain already, but this party is not over. And this is why I'm telling you about this stock today. I expect this stock to do a very nice big breakout once it gets past the previous high of 122.81. So if you want to jump in with me right now, you certainly can do that. Or the next great position to get in on this stock will be after it closes over that 122.81, then that would be what I would call a breakout, and that happens commonly. If you look at any of these down here, these were breakouts because it hadn't gone over this amount before, and then it just kept going up. So that's what we're hoping for on this stock. The MACD, everything looks good on this one, and if you're already in it, well, just hang on, because I'm expecting a nice ride. Our third stock is Redfin Corporation, ticker RDFN, and these guys are a real estate brokerage in Canada and the US. Their current price is $82.70. Their 52-week range is $10 to $85. Their PE ratio is negative 191.6. Year to date, they're up 21%. In 1 week, they're up 16%. Over 3 months, 83%. And over 1 year, 229%. So real nice gains in the last year. Their tattle ratio is 2.36, so that's good. The revenue growth last year was 30.5 4%. The revenue growth forecast for the next year is an additional 12%. So this is not as strong as I would like for a growth stock, which is one with a negative PE ratio or a PE ratio above 100. Their net income margin is negative at 4.6, and their levered free cash flow is positive, which is a plus sign. Now, if we come over and look at the chart, we can see we do have a nice uptrend. Here it went up too much too fast, and this is like magic in a homing pigeon always returning home. Boom, it dropped right down to that 20-day moving average, went up, back down, and you can see that pattern is wash, rinse, and repeat here. So there's a couple of ways you can play this. One is you could play it as a bounce off that 20-day moving average, and your sell would be at the previous resistance, which has happened multiple times right here at around 83.45. Now, I'm playing this as a potential breakout play, and this is a little bit of a higher risk play because right now we're at least a double top, or if you wanted to count this here, that would be a triple top, and a double top is considered bearish. Now, as long as it runs past this, I'm in great shape and I expect a really nice breakout. And based on the buy signals that I create and track, I'm expecting that to happen with this stock. Am I right? Well, you can wait and see. We do see that we have a nice MACD signal down here. We've got a crossover, so that's a real big plus. And if you look at the PMC indicator, it's looking very strong as well. And as far as the trail stop goes, you can see exactly where I put mine. I have it at 13%, and that's because I wanted it down here at this level, which is previous support for the stock. So it's okay if it comes down a little bit, but if it goes down past 13%, then I will take my losses or profits wherever I'm at the time. But again, I'm expecting this stock to go up and do a breakout, so I'm expecting to see new highs past 82.70. Our fourth stock today is one that I'm really excited about, and that is Planet 13 Holdings, ticker PLNH.F, and this is an OTC stock, and typically OTC stocks have a little bit more risk, and that's because they're not on the main exchanges, so just be aware of that. The current price is $6.15. The 52-week price range is $1 to $6.15. It has an estimated intrinsic value of $6.08, and the PE ratio is negative 135.7, so this tells me right off the bat we're looking at a growth stock. Year to date, the stock is up 10%. Over the last week, it's up 17%. Over 3 months, 66%. And over 1 year, 302%. So all of this is looking pretty good from a gain standpoint. So now let's take a look at the tattle ratio. 3.19 is good. The revenue growth last year was 20.9%, and the revenue growth forecast is 14.2%. I'd really like to see this revenue growth quite a bit higher, at least 2 to 3 times higher for a stock like this. However, that being said, I can still play this as a swing trade, which is exactly what I'm doing. Their net income margin is still negative at 11.4. Their levered free cash flow is positive, so that's a real plus sign. Now, if we jump over to the chart, we actually have a couple of good things we can go over from a technical analysis standpoint. We've got our regular moving averages right here. We've got train tracks, and we can see that they are leveling off, so that's a bit of a concern. You can see I bought 500 shares. I think I just bought this maybe Friday or Thursday at $6.11. And what else have we got down here? Okay, we've got a triple top right now, which would be a bearish signal. A double top is bearish. A triple top is more bearish, and here I am buying. Why is that? Well, I'm expecting this to be another breakout play, and you'll notice I did not buy here or here, but I bought here. Well, why is that? Well, if we come down and we look at the MACD indicator, that's a real good indication on this stock. The MACD indicator was strong right here. We've got this green line going up, which corresponds with this big gain. Then it returned back down to that 20-day moving average, but the MACD was weakening. At the next top, the stock went about the same price, but the MACD was lower. That's called a divergence, and that is a weakening sign on this stock. Our next one has had the same high, and it was even lower. Well, now we've gone all the way down below the zero line. We just had a crossover, and we're green right now. What happened the last time this stock crossed over and went green? Well, take a look right here. It went from here, which was what, under about $3 a share, doubled up to $6.40 a share. So now we were in the red zone here where I didn't take any signals, didn't want to buy. Now I want to buy, and I'm expecting this to be a breakout, and this is a stock that I'm pretty excited about. Not sure how much I'll get on it, but I do have my trail stop in, and my trail stop on this one is set at 15%. That is to allow it to come back down here to this level here, pretty close to $5. Now, if it takes off and runs up, and I start getting into a nice profit, what I'll do is I'll tighten that stop up to maybe 10%, then 8%, and then I'll just simply let it run. Our fifth stock is Novocure Limited, ticker NVCR, and this is an oncology company that specializes in the treatment of tumors, and this is our strongest fundamental stock out of these 5. The current price is $175.85. The 52-week price range is $53 to $183. The PE ratio is 934.7, so because that PE ratio is over 100, I treat this as a growth stock. The year-to-date stock gain is 2%. Over 1 week, they're up 9%. Over 3 months, they're up 39%. 10%, and over 1 year, they're up 105%. Now, their cattle ratio is 3.48, so that's strong. Their revenue growth last year was 39.7%, and their revenue growth forecast this year is 40.7%. So for a stock with a PE ratio of 934 that's making money and they have good revenue growth, that's a real plus, and that's why they're the strongest fundamental stock this week. Their net income margin is 4.3%, which is actually pretty good for a company with a PE ratio this high. Their levered free cash flow is excellent given their numbers at 9%. Now, if we come over and look at the chart, this is reinforcement from the last chart, a very similar story. You can see I'm already into this stock, and this is off one of my new buy signals. That's why I've got such a small position for my account size. I only have one share on this at $172.99, but I'm looking to buy this stock this week, and I might load the boat on this one. And I have my trail stop set at 10%, and that's to hit this previous support level right down here. But the big thing on this stock is we've got a triple top, and that would generally be speaking bearish. And if we come down and we look at the MACD, we get a confirmation of that where we've got a divergence. Back here, it was high, great. The next high was higher, but the MACDs were lower. So that's a divergence, and that's a sign that it's weakening. And we can see the same thing happening here with the green bars going down, and now we're going towards red. Our next one was even higher on the price where we hit that at 182.73, but we had the lowest on the MACD. Again, another divergence. Now we've gone all the way down here. We came actually down to the zero line, which I consider a reset on a stock like this. It's gone back up, and we just had a MACD crossover. So that's why I bought this stock, plus my new buy signals that I'm testing have been doing very well, and now I'm looking to buy it. The best time to buy this stock right now, I'm in a little bit early based on what we see right here. And if it goes over 182.73, if it closes over that amount, then it's going to be a potential breakout to keep on going. Now, your risk on this stock would be your trail stop percentage. So let's say you put $1,000 into this stock and you had a 10% trail stop. Well, as long as it keeps moving like this, you're only going to be losing $100 on this for a $1,000 investment. So if you have $1,000 invested, all you're risking is $100 on this play. Something for you to think about. And again, this is a higher risk play because we've got a triple top, which is generally bearish. But based on everything I'm seeing down here, now that the MACDs are strengthening, I'm expecting a breakout play. Will I be right? Well, time will tell. Our question of the day is, everybody else says to buy the dip, but it looks like you are always buying at the all-time highs. Why? It might seem like I only buy the highs, but that is not true. For example, if you look at Beam from today, it dropped from $122 all the way down to the 50-day EMA to $78.30. Beam came back nicely, and when I had a strong buy signal on Friday, I bought and it continued to go up, and I expect the stock to hit new all-time highs this week. On this stock, I bought when it reestablished the uptrend after a major dip. Now, if you look at RDFN, I am buying near the all-time high on what is called a breakout play, where once the stock breaks past the previous resistance, I expect it to break out on the high side and keep going higher. This can be a great strategy in a bull market like we have now, but it is not for everyone. That said, I love it and do very well with this strategy. For example, I just had a 54% profit on Adams last week, and I was only in the trade for 1 week. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and if you want to receive my daily hot stocks, trade alerts, and follow my high growth portfolios, join me on Patreon. Peace, and I'll see you on the next video.